Come on, we've told you guys everything we know.
Yeah, please, can we go so we can go and rest?
I'm sorry, but we're still trying to piece things together here.
Well, I told you what happened. Jamie and Ursula are here with all their cons. They formed this personal little kingdom of theirs. They put Tina on trial, and they damn near electrocuted her.
Could we just not relive that moment, all right?
I know, hon. I'm just trying to remind them about everything that we have been through.
McCord, it's obvious you both suffered. Believe me, we don't want to prolong the ordeal.
Then may I please take my wife home now?
One last question. Do you know what Jamie did with the crown jewels of Mandora?
So I'll get the script to you, and you can get me an answer by the end of the day.
Well, that sounds great, but I can't do it. Maybe tomorrow.
Sure. Or then again, maybe the part will be gone by tomorrow. After all, the Llana Flagg story is one of the hottest film roles to come along in years.
Well, yeah, I agree. I think it sounds terrific.
But if you're so committed to Fraternity Row that you can't take time out to consider doing movie work.
No, I didn't say that. Give me the script. I'll read it. And if it's as good as you say it is, well, then I'll free myself up. I'll exercise my out, and I'll be free for the film, okay?
Honey, any old agent can get you a script. When Art Brahms delivers, he delivers. I brought you the executive producer of the Llana Flagg story.
The producer? I mean, you could have given me a little warning. I'm not exactly dressed to meet him. I don't look very good right now. I could use a little makeup.
Oh, Toots, you always look pretty groovy to me. As a matter of fact, you don't look so bad right now.
Marco?
Sweetheart. I'm gonna make you a star of the silver screen, Toots.
You can hit me a lot harder than that. Whoa.
Is it Gabrielle? Is it you feel? Is it fear? Is it anger? Is it passion? Was this a combination of all three? I don't know, but it excites you, doesn't it? It's something you will never feel with Michael Graham.
Don't you let go of me.
He can never give you what you want or what you need.
Now, why are you doing this to me?
Why do you have to ask?
Because we were finished. We were through. You were out of my life. What do you want? You. First you accuse me of some wretched crime, and then you kiss me. Is there nothing you won't do to degrade me, to humiliate me?
I'm trying to reach you. I'm trying to break down those defenses if it takes my bare hands.
If I am defensive, it's because of you, Max. You taught me that I need to protect myself, whatever it costs.
There's only one thing you need in life, Gabrielle, and that's to be loved. Not the sweet, gentle love everyone else settles for. No, you need to be desired and respected and challenged, and that's a very volatile combination.
What if you're right? What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it as long as you don't fight it or deny it. And your needs control whatever you do, whether you want it to or not.
Nothing controls me. No one controls me.
I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just telling you for your own good.
Well, you're not my psychiatrist, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm just the man that knows you better than anyone else. Your need for love drove you to Michael. The only way you could hold on to him was to take his baby and give him...
No, stop it!
Stop denying it! I'm not talking about the baby. I'm talking about denying yourself.
You're making him into some horrific monster.
No. Just the opposite. Just the opposite. Deep down, you're driven by love, not hate, goodness, not evil. You didn't want to switch those babies. You were in hell. But you couldn't stop yourself now, could you? Could you?
Max, I'm begging you, please don't.
Stop! No more lying. No more covers up. Gabrielle, not for that innocent champ, but for yourself. Or you can lose everybody who's ever loved you or cared about you.
You, for instance?
Yes, me, for instance. I care about you. I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
You care about Brenda. You're here for Brenda. You don't give a damn about me.
Hey, go ahead, be hard on yourself. Test me if you want. You aren't going to drive me away. I want to be here to help you through the lies. I want to be here to help you put everything back together.
No, you don't want to help me. You want to ruin me.
Just give me a chance.
Why? Why should I give you 1 ounce of a chance? I've given you chances, and all you've done is hurt me back. Now get out of this house, get out of my house, and leave me alone.
Fine. I'll go for now. Stop believing in you. Everyone has angels on their shoulders, Gabrielle. Angel of darkness on one side, angel of light on the other. And for me, for the baby, for Brenda, and for your immortal soul, angel of light's gonna win.
Okay, the joke is over, guys.
Joke. Marco Dane is the producer of the Llana Flagg story. That is on the level, Megan.
Why don't you go on over to the commissary, please, and grab yourself, try the soup machine. Yeah, try the alphabet soup. Start with the A's and go on over to the...
Yeah, sure. Don't sign anything, sweetheart.
Marco, you didn't have to go through all this trouble.
Honey, you don't understand. This was no trouble whatsoever.
Yes. I do understand. I should have known that goodbye note was just too sweet to be a real goodbye note. But I have to admit that this is the best you've ever done. A big movie with Art Brahms, grand entrance.
This is real. I'm the producer.
Honey, producing costs a lot of money, not to mention all the contacts you need with talent and distribution.
You want to know how it is I got so lucky?
Yeah, I find this all very hard to believe.
Well, I'll tell you how I got so lucky. I was going to leave Llanview and go to Atlantic City where there's all that corruption and vice and sin, so I decided, no, I can't go to Atlantic City. Went to Las Vegas instead. Did a little bit of gambling there, of course. I won some. As a matter of fact, I won an awful lot of money. And I made an awful lot of new friends.
And how much did they take you for?
No, new, real, deep, Zen-like friends. Among those friends, Mrs. Peter Vanderhaven.
What, the Mrs. Peter Vanderhaven?
Yeah, you know old Mrs. Vanderhaven? The one who's in charge of the Llanview Centennial Committee? Me and her and Pete been hanging out a little. We're getting to be pretty good buddies.
Oh, yeah, Marco Dane and the Vanderhavens.
Yeah, America, it's a wonderful country. Anyhow, they told me about the movie that they were putting together. At least the Centennial Committee was putting this movie together. I read this part for Llana Flagg. I knew it was perfect for you.
Marco, you didn't.
Of course I did. You know me better than that. Of course I did. I invested all of my money into it. I talked them into making me the producer. And, of course, the rest is going to be cinematic psychedelic history. We're there. We're happening.
Yeah, if you don't go bankrupt first.
Honey, this is a sure thing. Not only will you make the leap from daytime into feature films, but you'll probably get yourself an Academy Award nomination for this.
No, Marco, I really appreciate your confidence in me and the fact that you've bought me this prize role. But I'm afraid that I'm going to have to pass on this one.
I can answer your question, Herb. I don't know what Jamie did with the jewels, and I certainly don't care.
Well, I was also asking Tina.
Yeah, before we arrived, did you see where Jamie and Elizabeth stashed the stones?
Well, no, I mean, my eyes were closed because I was so scared.
Is that good enough for you fellas?
Those jewels are material evidence, Cord. You can't just forget about it.
I know, I realize that, Herb, but come on, those damn jewels are the whole reason that we got messed up in this whole thing. I don't care if we ever hear about those jewels or see them ever again, right?
That's right, honey. I don't even want to ever think about them.
So, if you don't mind, can we answer these questions at a later time?
I guess I can wait. How about you, Herb?
I'm sorry we had to detain you. Why don't you let us drive you home?
Oh, well, thanks anyway, but I think my car is still out front. Come on, Herb.
Joseph, once the area is secured, I want a team to stay behind, keep searching for those jewels. Gotta be here somewhere.
Cord.
Yeah, listen. Come on, honey, let's hightail it out of this hellhole. Sooner the better.
Oh, honey, I forgot my purse.
Oh, well, you want me to help you look for it?
No, that's all right, honey. Why don't you? But actually, ask that policeman over there, and I'll keep looking.
Good idea.
I got it.
Hey, great. Okay, let's go, huh?
I don't believe this. You mean to tell me you're going to pass up the chance you have to advance your career, maybe the best chance you'll ever have in your life?
Marco, Art has already told me about Llana Flagg, okay? She sounds like a very fascinating character.
Fascinating character. She's the best character. She's an inimitable character. Where'd I get that word, inimitable? Such a great... Listen to me. Oh, this is a deal that you have with Art to up your salary, isn't it?
No,
Why didn't I see
Marco,
that at first?
please, no,
I'm your
no.
friend here. Don't you understand? I've given you all the best money up front. I'm giving you money on the backside even. As
Yes,
a matter
I
of fact, I've
understand
gotten you a percentage of the gross, not of the net. First-time actress in a motion picture, I got you, your friend, a percentage
I
of the gross.
understand that. You're not listening to me. This has absolutely nothing to do with money.
Oh, it's artistic time. Oh, I got it. She's an actress. She wants to read the script. Like Glenn Close would do it, and like Meryl Streep would do it, even Cher would do it, right? Well, here, read the script. You'll love it.
I'm sure that it's terrific, okay?
You read it and you get back to me, all right?
Fine, I will.
Phew. I'm telling you, you had me going there for a second. I ain't count pants.
Marco, I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to help you find someone else for the title role.
What?
When I said I'd pass, I meant it.
You're insulting me now. What are you trying to do, erode my confidence? That's it. No. I can't take this
Marco,
anymore.
it's not that at all.
No, don't talk to me. That's it, right? I understand.
No, you
Just
don't.
say
No,
a
you
word to
don't
me.
understand. It's
No, I
because
don't wanna
I have
understand.
confidence in you, and because I'm your friend that I can't do
no,
this.
No, you don't talk to me. We are great together. We work great together.
Yes,
I don't
we
want to
are
hear any
great
more about
together.
this.
We're great getting into trouble. Now, you're still in love with Ruby Bright, and she is a very large part of me. A part of me that I can't allow to come back out. I promised Max that you were out of my life. He'd kill me if he found me working with you.
Honey, this is business. Pure. Simple.
No, Marco. Nothing is pure and simple when it comes to you. I can't work with you. No hard feelings.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
These are the scripts for Friday and Saturday, for Thursday, but I didn't get the ones for the whole.
Of course, a little nudging in proper direction wouldn't hurt either, I suppose.
So, how did it go?
It was more horrendous than ever.
What? What did he do? He wasn't abusive, was he?
He pushed and pushed, trying to get a confession out of me.
I knew I shouldn't have left you alone with that man.
Mother, I was going to have to face him sometime, wasn't I? But now that I see how determined he is, what am I going to do? I'm going to call the police.
Going to do what?
I have got to get a restraining order on Brenda and keep her away from Garrick, and I'm going to charge Max with harassment.
Have you lost your mind?
No, for once I'm thinking clearly. I have got to keep Max and Brenda away from the people that I love.
Darling, if you start calling the police and putting restraining orders on people, you're only going to draw attention to yourself.
What am I going to do? Nothing? Let Max push me and push me till I crack?
No, you're not going to crack, because you're my daughter. Have you ever seen me fall apart, ever?
When Daddy left us, you weren't the rock of Gibraltar then.
Yes, just that one time, and it taught me something. When you fall apart, darling, nobody comes to your rescue. You're just left alone, by yourself, to pull yourself together, bit by exhausting bit. Is that what you want?
What if I'm not as strong as you? What if I don't make it through this time?
You will. I have strength enough for both of us. I'm going to help you with this, darling. I promise.
I'm telling you, Ruth, I believe every bit of it.
Oh, come on, Barb. I love Fraternity Row as much as anyone, but that story is totally far-fetched.
Ruby Bright is capable of anything.
No question. But switching babies in a hospital nursery? You used to work in neonatal. You know the rules. I'm sorry, Barb.
No, it's okay. Maybe it's because I was in neonatal that night that I think that kind of story is possible. For me, it has to be possible.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overhear, but are you talking about the night Brenda's baby died?
Well, actually, we were gossiping about a TV show.
Fraternity Row. They're running a wild story about two babies switched in the hospital nursery. A dead infant for a living one. Impossible.
And I said it wasn't. That's all.
Why?
Well, because of that night I was working there. I was on duty. I know I was called away for an emergency, but, well, I can't help but think what would have happened had I been there. That's why the switched baby story seems possible. It's some explanation for baby Stephen. I know it seems silly, Doctor, but it eases my conscience to think that someone else was responsible for Brenda's loss.
Doctor, would you tell her that she's a great nurse and she shouldn't feel guilty? Dr. Wolek?
Yeah, of course. Hey, don't feel guilty about a thing, really, Barb.
No, it's okay. Maybe I'll believe it sometime.
Dad, I'm glad I ran into you. Look, a patient of mine from Statesville.
I want you to tell me something, Dan. Tell me everything that happened the night Brenda's baby died.
Yeah?
Yeah, everything you can remember, all the details. From the beginning.
Well, you know, by then, the rest.
No, I don't know the rest. That's just it. Look, 1 minute, Dan. Stephen is doing fine, and Garrick's in critical condition. Then for the moment that you were brought out of the nursery, everything changes. Garrick's doing fine, and we lose Stephen.
Well, those are the questions that have been hovering around ever since that night. But, Dad, you've never been curious about
Well, I'm asking those questions now. There's just too damn much going on. Too many things that don't have any answers. Maybe it is possible.
Maybe what's possible, Dad?
If Brenda's right, if Gabrielle lied about the time she spent in the nursery, if she spent more time than she claimed, then it would be possible.
Dad, are you saying what I think you're saying? That you believe, Brenda, now that Gabrielle switched the babies?
Oh, I'm just considering the possibility.
Well, Dad, what's caused you to come around? I mean, this whole time, you said that you didn't believe that Gabrielle switched the babies, and now all of a sudden you told me...
I haven't exactly come around, Dan. I want to examine all the facts, look at all the questions, find the answers, then decide. I owe Brenda that much.
Of course, whatever you say.
Oh, man. Look, Dan, about our conversation the other day,
Dad, look, just forget it, okay? What's important is the baby, and Brenda needs to know that you're on her side.
Yeah, thanks.
Appearances are everything at a time like this.
I don't think I can keep up the smiling front, not now.
Now, more than ever, you must appear to be the happy, carefree bride-to-be with nothing and no one to fear.
It isn't going to work.
Yes, it will if you keep your wits about you and your emotions intact. And if anything happens, I'll be here to help you.
I wish I could bring back that night. That horrible night that I switched the baby.
There's no point in dwelling on that now.
I can't help it. It was as though I was watching in the nursery and I saw someone else do that crime. You know, that other person, it was another side of me. The side that happens to be you.
Oh, well, now, if it makes you feel better to blame me.
I have always seen you manipulate. I remember the way you insinuated yourself onto those rich European families, sponging off of them, and I swore that I would never turn out like you. God help me, I have.
Well, some things never change. When the going gets tough, you get hysterical. All right, darling, if you want to roll over and die, just go right ahead. I've said that I would help you. Obviously, you're not up to the challenge. From now on in, you're on your own. But by the way, when you tell Brenda and Max whatever it is they want to know, the so-called truth, just remember this. After that, you will have nothing. No child, no money, no husband, no friends, nothing. A rather high price to pay for conscience, don't you think?
No, Mommy, wait. I don't want to lose everything. I want to make it through this.
That's my girl. Now, remember what I said. Keep up appearances at all costs.
Yes, Mother.
You are the bride-to-be of Mr. Michael Grand, not some hysterical little twit who gets frightened at the sight of her own shadow.
No.
Listen, you forget all about those ridiculous threats from Max Holden, and you concentrate on the only thing that's of any importance to you, your wedding to Michael.
Yes, that's all that matters.
Now, where's your bag?
Why, it's right there.
Well, we're going shopping now. The perfect wedding requires the perfect wedding dress. Come on.
Brenda.
Did you look? Oh, man, I don't even have to ask you. You didn't get through to Gabrielle, did you?
Listen, I tried everything I could think of, and not just the story on Fraternity Row. I confronted Gabrielle face to face. I'm sorry, no confession.
Don't be sorry. You are wonderful. You have believed me, and you have done something.
Yeah, but not enough. Man, maybe if I just keep at her, if I keep pushing.
No, I am going to have to face that I might not get my child back. We've got to get on with our lives, Max. Without little Stephen,
Brenda, I just lost the first round to Gabrielle. I haven't lost the fight.
But you said that she will not confess, didn't you?
Not yet. But there was a brief moment when I saw a crack in the armor. If I can just keep at her. I mean, even if it takes drastic measures.
What do you mean, drastic measures? What are you talking about?
There was, I just can tell that Gabrielle still feels very strongly for me. There was a moment when I was so determined to get through to her that I ended up kissing her. But in that brief moment, I could tell she was breaking up, that I could get through. I know I can get the truth out of her. I know I can. But it may take more than a kiss.
Max, you are not telling me that you're considering seducing Gabrielle to get the truth out of her, are you?
I told you whatever it takes, Brenda.
Max, I love you for doing all of this for me, but there has got to be a limit.
Gabrielle has no limit. She's burned more people than I can count. She's not going to get away with it this time.
What are you talking about? At the expense of ruining what you have with Megan?
I'll just have to let her know up front.
What, you think that's going to make her feel better? You just telling her that you're going to seduce Gabrielle? Max, come on. You and Megan have something that's really special.
Yes, you're right. I love Megan, but I also love my nephew. He's the last piece of Steve and I have left. If I'm the only one that can get her to tell that he's your son, then I've got to do whatever I can.
Max, there has got to be some other way.
No, there isn't.
Talk about Gabrielle feeling like she's burned people. I mean, Dan, I have gotten him in so much trouble at the hospital. I can't let this happen to you, Max. No.
You got all wrong. You didn't get Dan in trouble. You gave him a purpose. You gave him a sense of mission. That's what I feel now. I'm doing this because I want to. For you, for the baby, for Steve, and for me. It's my choice.
All right. But, Max, I want you to be so careful.
I promise. You're gonna get your son back, whatever it takes.
All you proud people, solid citizens, pillars of the community. I've seen you, staring as I walk down your streets. You women click your tongues, and you men pretend to be talking about the weather when it's really my ankles that you're looking at. I see you, all of you, and I know something that you don't. I'm better than you'll ever be. That's a good part. Typical, typical, typical. I finally get the role of a lifetime, and I have to turn it down. This isn't fair. I know that I could act the hell out of Llana Flagg.
Are you referring to me, sweetie?
Spring.
Yes. But no, the name is Llana Flagg. It seems you've heard of me, even in your own troubled times.
What are you doing in that getup?
Why, being myself.
And I do it so much better than anybody else. I couldn't help but overhear you reading a bit from my memoirs.
Now, this is a script that has me written all over it.
No, Megan, you're wrong. I was born to play Llana. And if you don't believe me, get a load of this. Llana Flagg isn't afraid of a little rain or of God's own lightning. Let him strike me down if that's what he wants. But if he lets me live, then I swear by all that's holy, I will save every last child in this town. That's the cut I'll use when I'm nominated for the Oscar.
Sad. That was very sad. An acute case of self-deception even for you. I just turned down the role. Marco has not had time to recast it.
Oh, well, I said that I'd be willing to read the script, and I loved it. As a matter of fact, I'm on my way right now to read for the part with Marco himself. I wonder if Meryl Streep would consider doing one of the supporting roles. I'll need good backup. Hey, who knows? There might even be a bit part in it for you. Toodles.
Yeah, toodles to you, toodles to Marco, toodles to this whole project. Who needs it? Who needs the part of a lifetime?
You do, you idiot. That's who. Oh, honey, just point me towards the bed, and I'm just gonna flop into it.
That's fine, as long as there's plenty of room for me.
Oh, honey, it is gonna be nothing but the quiet life for the Robertsons from now on.
Oh, honey, I love to hear you talking like that. Does that mean that you've learned something from this whole mess?
Of course I have. I've learned that if a government official comes to the door, I want to see proof of who he is before I go anywhere with him.
That's not exactly what I had in mind.
Oh, and then there's Atlantic City. You know, I really think it's right for some people, but personally, I think I should stay away from the roulette wheels.
Look, that's not what I'm talking about either. I'm not talking about Atlantic City, and I'm not talking about government agents. What I'm talking about is what got us into this mess from the beginning. The crown jewels.
What about him?
The fact that everything I told you about them has come true.
Oh, is this I told you so?
If that's what you need from me, honey, fine, because those jewels almost cost us your life and mine.
No, honey, but the danger's all gone now.
What?
Well, look at it this way. See, Jamie was in charge. He was the mastermind of the whole thing. And Ursula and Elizabeth were his partners, and they're all behind bars now.
Tina?
Well, honey, and even Russell Price has disappeared. So if anybody wanted to go for the jewels, now is the time to...
Hey, don't even think about it. You understand me? You're thinking about it, right? I can tell.
It's just...
I can hear...
It's just idle speculation, okay? I don't even want to think or talk or anything right now. All I want to do right now is lie in my husband's arm.
Tina. Okay. We will rest. What's the matter, honey? I thought you said you were going to take a nap.
I thought you were too.
I guess I'm too wound up.
I was just lying here thinking how lucky I am.
Yeah?
Honey, I don't know how I'm ever going to repay you for saving my life again.
Get out of here, honey. You saved my life, too. What are you talking about?
Me? What'd I do?
You sat there in that chair. You pretended to be executed for Ursula. I don't know if I would have had the guts or the courage to do something like that.
Well, that was all Blade's idea, and I'm sorry I had to make you suffer like that.
Oh, honey, I'm telling you, that was the most awful moment of my life. Sitting there strapped in that chair, not being able to do anything for you, watching Ursula pull the switch. Oh, honey, if I lost you, I don't know what I would do.
That will never happen, because you are stuck with me.
Yeah, I think I remember reading someplace that if you're having trouble sleeping, it's probably because you got tension going on between you.
Ooh, that sounds serious. What do you do about tension?
I think the best thing to do is give into it. What's this? What you got in your pocket?
Honey, I can explain.
Oh, yeah, I bet you can explain, Tina. You're getting great at explaining, girl.
Honey, please, just let me...
Yeah, I know what you did. You lied. You lied to Herb and you lied to Rafe. they asked you where the jewels were, you said you didn't know. But damn it, Tina, they were in your pocket the whole time.
Brenda, I've been looking all over for you.
I'm just getting ready to leave, and it has been a really long day,
Yeah,
Mary.
I know.
Okay?
It's been a long day for me, too. Would you please just sit down for a moment? Just a minute, please. Come on. Look, I was at the hospital. I overheard a couple of nurses discussing a baby switch story on Fraternity Row.
Yeah, it's the story that Max has put on the show to get to Gabrielle, and I suppose you don't approve of this either, huh?
It's not that, Brenda. One of the nurses was Barb Ashton. She was on duty the night that Stephen died. Well, I overheard her discussing this with Ruth. I don't know, maybe I started thinking I might have been a little too rigid on this, and it's possible, maybe, that Gabrielle could have switched babies.
Larry, do you believe me? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Do you know what this means to me?
Bren, I'm not 100% sure that Gabrielle did anything wrong.
Yeah, but you just said
I
that
just
she
said
was...
that I think it's possible. Now, I think we have to investigate this to the max.
Yeah, well, what do you think that we have been doing for the past weeks,
I know
huh?
that. I mean, I'm talking about a little more open, a little more upfront, a little less unethical, not like what you and Dan got into.
However you want to do it, that's fine with me. As long as I know that you're on my side.
I mean, I've always been on your side. Just, I guess it took a little more time to accept the possibility, that's all.
Oh, Larry. I have never loved you so much.
It's a charming little place, but frankly, after all that shopping, I'd have settled for anything. My feet are killing me.
Oh, Mother.
I think it's an absolute miracle that we finally found a wedding dress we both like.
Okay, I'm gonna be mature about this. I don't care that I'm gonna be stuck on Fraternity Row for the rest of my life while Spring Sky wins that Oscar for Llana Flagg. I don't care.
Hey, darling, listen.
Hey.
Listen, I need to talk to you before you start taping.
Yeah, I have to talk to you, too. Art Brahms, who's a very important agent in this business, he asked me to do this new film, and, well, I told him that I couldn't because I was committed to Fraternity Row, but then I read the script, and it's really great, Max. It's a perfect part for me. I know how you feel about my taking time off from the show, but
Take all the time you want. No, I think it'd be good for you to get a new challenge, you know, something else to concentrate on, take up your time.
Really?
Yeah.
What, are you trying to get rid of me or something?
No, of course not. It's just I'm up to here with this new storyline, and I was hoping I could cut my involvement in it, but it looks like I'm just gonna get in deeper than ever.
Let me guess, Spring Sky needs some more private coaching?
No, it's not Spring. It's Gabrielle.
Gabrielle? Since when has she been into acting?
Well, some people would say her whole life. And this last performance of hers has been the most destructive. Look, I've been avoiding telling you about this because you've had enough to deal with.
Yeah, but honey, if it affects you, it affects me.
Yeah, I know that, and that's why I want you to hear all about it before this can come between us.
You're making me a little nervous. You're not getting to the point here.
Point?
Yeah?
You have to know one thing before I tell you anything else. You must never, ever doubt it.
What?
Honey, it was an honest mistake.
Oh, a mistake. Oh, then I guess you didn't know you had those jewels in your pocket. Huh?
No, of course I knew I had them. It's just, remember when the police came in there at the arena, everything just turned into chaos, remember?
Oh, vividly, yeah.
Well, yeah, and they were, the jewels were just lying there. I mean, anybody could have taken them. They could have gotten lost.
Oh, I see. You were being a good Samaritan when you ripped off those jewels.
Well, yeah, that's did, and then I forgot about them.
Oh, please, Tina. I know you think that you're talking to a total fool here, but don't insult the little intelligence that you seem to think I have.
All right, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't forget about them.
Right. You lied. You lied to your husband, which was no big deal, I guess, and you lied to the district attorney, and you lied to the police.
Well, I didn't think it was like a real lie.
No, I guess it was just a little tiny white lie. Maybe it was just an itsy-bitsy fib, huh, Tina? I got it. You had your fingers crossed behind your back, so none of that really counted, huh?
You're talking to me like I was a child.
Well, damn it, you're acting like a child, Tina.
Look, honey, just try to understand. I've worked so hard to get these jewels. Now you just want me to give it up?
Yes, Tina, because they're not yours.
They're mine as much as they're anybody else's. It's finders keepers.
That is very mature, Tina.
Good. Look, I know I was wrong. I should have been honest with you right from the start. But now that you know, can't we just enjoy them?
Are you out of your mind?
Honey, the danger is gone. Look, all we have to do is find one little emerald. That's it. And then we have all the reward. Honey, we will be richer beyond our wildest dreams.
Sit down, Tina. I want to talk to you for a second. Sit down. Look at me. Read my lips. I don't care about the damn jewels. Do you understand me?
Honey, please.
No, Tina, listen to me. If you care about me, if you love me as much as you say you do, if that's enough for you, if that's all you want in your life, give up the search for the damn jewels and all this treasure hunting, okay?
But, honey, we've been so close.
Tina, listen to me. I will give you a choice. I'll make it easy for you, all right? You either give up the search for the jewels or you give up your husband. You can't have it both ways.
Honey, you know you mean more than anything in the whole world to me.
Fine. Give me the jewels. I'll give them back to Herb. Now, Tina, now. Thank you. Now, if we are lucky, maybe Herb won't press charges against us for withholding evidence. You know what I'm talking about? I can't believe it. I can't believe that you have not learned one thing from this entire disaster.
But we were so close.
I mean, that's incredible. I can't believe that Gabrielle thought she'd get away with switching the babies. I mean, depriving Brenda of her own son.
I was hoping that the story on Fraternity Row would force her to confess, but so far, she's refused to crack. I guess I'm just going to have to try stronger measures with her.
Well, I think if anybody can get through to Gabrielle, you can. There's one thing that I don't really understand. What does all this kissing have to do with your plan?
Well, that's because... It's because I want you to know that I love you.
Oh, Max, I know that. But it's nice to hear it. Again.
Megan, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. More than anything or anyone on this earth. Don't ever forget that.
Well, the way you kiss, I don't think I could ever forget you. How about another one of those?
Don't do anything. Don't start anything right here, right now, all right?
Now, you remember what I said?
Appearances are everything.
Yes, you just behave as if nothing's wrong.
I'm not sure.
You haven't done anything wrong, so just act that way, especially in front of that girl.
All right. I suppose I should introduce you to Dr. Ward.
It's a very good idea. And smile, for heaven's sake, smile.
Hello, Brenda. Larry, you haven't met my mother. This is Julia Medina. She's visiting from England.
Oh, Julia, nice to meet you.
I want to know what's the matter with you, Gabrielle.
Brenda.
No, how dare you come over here and act like we're some kind of pals here?
I don't think this is a good idea, Mother. I should have known.
You stole my baby. Did you know that?
Really? You must control these outbursts.
No, why don't you control your daughter before she destroys somebody else's life?
Brenda, not here, not now.
Yes, I think you should listen to Dr. Wolek.
No, and I think you should butt out because I am talking to your daughter, okay?
Well, her daughter doesn't have anything to say to you.
Well, I have plenty to say to you, Gabrielle. I am getting very close to finding out the truth about you. And I have people who are helping me, people who believe in me. So you go ahead and you lie all you want to lie, okay? But you're going to have to tell the truth soon enough. And when I have my baby home with me, I am going to make you pay for every tear I have shed. Do you hear me?
Excuse me, this really has been rather unpleasant.
Gabrielle,